Hey Canucks fans, welcome to another edition of Ask Me Anything. I'm Canuck Clay, I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. This is my Canucks take all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Sunday, September the 19th. If you're new, this is what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. And as always, this vlog is brought to you by Perform and Transform, personal training and weight loss. Sign up at the link below in the description for a free 7-day trial. I'm in a good mood. We had our second biggest work event of the year. You may have seen a couple pictures or whatever of me serving on the tech team for this big conference. Now I'm a bit more relaxed, although I got to get a paper done for tomorrow night. But I was happy to receive all of your questions for today's Ask Me Anything. And don't forget my twice a week live stream, but my weekly live stream tonight, 10 p.m. right here on YouTube. Thanks for your questions. Let's get to them right away. Shua says this: how do you manage to stay positive about this team, particularly given the many mistakes Benning has made, followed by his attempts to fix his own mistakes? I'm going to give you the philosophical answer, Shua, and then the practical answer. Philosophically, I think it goes with my outlook on life. It might be because of my faith or my upbringing or my background or whatever it is. But yeah, don't get too high with the highs, don't get too low with the lows. Pretty even keel, able to keep things in perspective and realizing that this is just a hockey team. However, practically, I spend a lot of time, energy, and money on this hockey team, resources, and I so badly want to see them do well. I still lament what it could have been back in 2011. So to answer your question, how do I stay positive? It's that I guess, pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. It's that vision of seeing the Canucks win a Stanley Cup. I've also been blessed with many positive experiences, including like tomorrow volunteering for the annual Jake Milford golf tournament, parody videos, free tickets, contests, whatever it is. I do really enjoy this team. I love this team, very passionate about this team. So yes, Jim Benning isn't perfect, although he's the second longest tenured GM in the NHL. He's not perfect. He's made a lot of mistakes. He tries to fix those mistakes, but regardless of who's running the team, who's coaching the team, even who's playing for the team, I love this team, and I want nothing else than to see them win a Stanley Cup. So maybe that's the hope. That's the vision I have for this team, and that's probably what keeps me positive throughout the good times and a lot of bad times as a Vancouver Canucks fan. Crispy Assassin, when you become a season ticket member, can you sell most all the tickets and make some profit, or do you need to attend all the games? You can do whatever you want. I know I can tell you what my partner Mike and I do. My season ticket partner is we go to about between a third and a half of the games between me and him or together. And then we sell the other half to 2/3. And if we sell the other, let's for instance say 2/3 of the tickets at even a third of our price, then it makes up for it. Especially after the Stanley Cup year, we were able to sell our tickets very easily because people want to see that team. And in essence, it pays for our regular season tickets. So yeah, if you picture, it costs us a certain number, a certain amount, but if we can sell those at maybe a third profit or premium, it's actually still cheaper mostly than what Ticketmaster sells for. So our friends get a deal, we get a good deal, and then ultimately it helps pay off our ticket. So I hope that makes sense. Yeah, but generally we just kind of pick the games that we want to go to, and then we sell or give away the rest. And that's what Mike and I do, and it works out really, really well. Games like Toronto and Montreal, as much as we really want to go, we also recognize that we can actually sell those for more, and often that we do so to people who really want to see those two teams. Enzi gives me a bunch of predictions and says, which ones do I agree with and which ones do you not? So here's what he says. So this is all in the league. Brock Besser 6th in goals. JT Miller 16th in assists. Quinn Hughes 3rd in defenseman points. Pettersson 12th in league scoring. Podkolzin 4th in rookie points. Demko 3rd in goalie save percentage. Horvat 7th in faceoffs and Sutter 5th. Myers 9th in penalty minutes. Okay. He says, which ones do you agree with and which ones do you not? Obviously, I'm not going to split hairs. I'm not going to say, I think we got to talk in generalities. So I don't think we can sit here and say, no, JT Miller is going to finish exactly 16th in assists. And because I don't think it's going to be 16th, it's going to be 15th or 17th, then no, that's wrong. No, I'm going to talk about in generalities. I think you know what I mean. Brock Besser 6th in goals. That seems a little high to me, so maybe not. JT Miller 16th in assists, possibly. I could see that happening. Quinn Hughes 3rd in defenseman's points. I could definitely see that happening. Pettersson 12th in league scoring. Yeah, I can see him between 10 and 15, so that's realistic. Podkolzin, 4th in rookie points. Outside shot, if he's only playing third line minutes. If he's playing second line minutes, that's doable. Demko, 3rd in goalie save percentage. I don't see this happening. I just don't think the team in front of him is good enough. Horvat, 7th in faceoffs, and Sutter 5th. That's really tough to say, but they're both good faceoffs, so I think that's possible. Myers, 9th in penalty minutes. I don't think he's going to be that. I didn't look it up, but I don't think he's going to be that heavily penalized compared to everyone else. So I think a lot of those are realistic, NZ, but definitely I don't think Demko's going to hit 3rd in goalie save percentage. I don't think Myers is going to hit 9th in penalty minutes, and I think Besser 6th in goals is a little bit high, but nothing wrong with aiming high for sure. Maestro, what's your thoughts on Jim Houston leaving Hockey Night in Canada? I know his next door neighbor. I know Jim Houston's next door neighbor, and I can't really say this. I guess this is public, but I don't think, I'll put it this way. I don't think it's Hockey Night in Canada letting him go. I think it's Jim Houston choosing to not go back based on travel, family, other commitments. So I liked him a lot. I know a lot of people don't like him. I like him a lot. I think he's very good. He's got a good tone to his voice, good descriptive words, good energy. So I like him. I think it's a big loss to Hockey Night in Canada, but I think Jim will be just fine, especially if it is indeed on his own volition. Curtis, how many points do you think Connor McDavid get this season, assuming he plays all 82 games? The last full seasons that he played like 80 and 82 games, he had about 105, 108, 110 points. But then last season was crazy. He had 104, 105 in only 56 games. I think that was against a very weak Pacific Division, i.e. Vancouver, Ottawa, Calgary. So I think that it's going to come back to normal, but I think he'll get between 110 and 120 points this season. Rome says this: realistically, in this flat cap area, how long will Benning be able to retain those core players before having to trade away a player or two to stay under the cap? And which core player will be traded first? Yeah, I don't know if it's a trade, Rome, or if it's simply not re-signing a guy like Miller. I think they'll re-sign Besser. I think they'll re-sign Horvat. But I think if you had to pick a core player that would be traded or not re-signed, maybe it's JT Miller. You try and get what you can for him at the end of next season. And I think the other thing is Tanner Pearson. You might not get a lot, but that's still $3.25 million. And I know a lot of these guys have no trade clauses. Maybe they can be moved off it. But those are the two that I think about right away. And then Tyler Myers, obviously $6 million a year. I think he's got a no trade clause. I'm not sure. So those are the three that I think about: Miller, Myers, and Pearson. Spencer, does Klimovich does he make the roster? I don't think so. I think even if he impresses, I think he needs another year or two of maturing. So no, I don't think Klimovich makes the roster this season. Tony Erickson, is there anyone else gets a Backstrom Ovechkin vibes when you see Höglander and Podkolzin? Maybe from a chemistry standpoint, but I'm not sure if Höglander is going to be as good as Backstrom. I don't think Podkolzin is going to be good as Ovechkin. But if you're talking about the vibe, at least the camaraderie, the whole Swedish-Russian thing, sure, I have time for that. Jaskran, do you see a chance of Petey and Quinn Hughes not being re-signed by training camp? Sadly, yeah, I think that's realistic given that camp is only now 4 days away. So I think that is realistic. Hopefully it's not both of them. Maybe one of them's not signed. I hope not, but I can see that being a possibility. Austin, who do you think will lead the team in penalty minutes? Now that Edler is gone, I think it's going to be Myers. It would be McEwen if he played more, but I don't think he's going to play that much. So I think it's Myers and maybe an outside shot at maybe Hamonic, because Hamonic's not afraid to rough it up either. But I'll go with Myers. Drum Inc., do you believe the Canucks have filled the holes they needed to? I'm going to answer it like this. I think that they're done making moves, except for Petey and Hughes, but I don't think they're completely filled all the holes. I think they wanted to be stronger on their D, especially on the right side. But what can you do? You only have so much money. So yes, I think they're done filling holes, but I don't think the job is complete, if that makes sense. Karan, do you think the Canucks will look to move Myers and try developing someone like Yoni Yormo or Jet Wu to slide in the D-man pairing after the season? And which line do you think will be the most consistent throughout the year? So do I think they will look to move Myers? Not if he's got a no trade, even though that kind of flies in the face of my earlier answer. I think it'll be tough to move Myers unless they absolutely need that $6 million of salary. I'm not sure if Yormo or Wu are the answer, though, to be honest with you. Wu's only going to be a third pairing D-man at best. Some saying he might not even make it, and Yormo, his development hasn't been going great. So we'll see. Good options, at least good to give good options on the options, but I don't think that either of those two guys will be impact players, to be honest with you. As much as I want a Jet Wu especially to be And Skull91, last one. How many years away do you think the Canucks are from realistically competing for a Stanley Cup? With Benning at the helm, I can't see it happening. He needs to go. Yeah, kind of Skull, similar to what the very first person, Shua, asked about. To be legitimate cup contenders, i.e. Final Four, get out of the Pacific, I'd say they're 2 or 3 years away. Maybe 2 years away. Not at the end, not this season. Maybe at the end of next season or the year after. So I'd say 2 or 3 years away, depending on how big of a jump our core players like Besser and especially Petey and Hughes, how big of a jump they indeed take. But forwards look a lot better. Defense is still a little shaky. Goaltending is fine for the next 5 years. So let's say 2 or 3 years. Okay, guys, that's it. Thank you for your questions. I really appreciate them. I hope I answered them to your satisfaction. Leave a comment below about any of my answers, and make sure you join me tonight for my live stream at 10 p.m. Shout out to my hero members, nucksfan number 29, Lucas Gates, Justin Credible, and Andrew Chang. Thanks for your support, and thanks to the support of Hall of Fame members as well. Jens95, simalexander, Chris Seifried, Adam Broomfield, and Shannon Hollingworth. Thanks to the support of all members of all levels. You are listed in my video descriptions. If you want to become a member of the CCC crew, press the join button underneath this or any of my videos, or on the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. Thanks again for watching. Thanks for submitting questions. And as always, subscribe if you'd like to, like this video if you'd like to, become a member of this channel if you'd like to, and leave a comment down below if you'd like to. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. I will see you tonight at 10 p.m. for my live stream. God bless, and go Canucks go.